What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 mega cap stocks in this video. But before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. Welcome back, everybody. So before we get started, I want to give you guys weekly expected moves on these products right here. So if you want to take a screenshot, we also have earnings from Tesla and Netflix this week. So this is going to be a big week going into next week on Monday. Now, this is my X account and I do post a lot of things right here. And if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. On Apple, stock is down 1%, but look at this run up on Apple. And whenever you see a big stock like Apple running like this, usually we get a pullback. And there is nothing wrong with that. Yes, we can go a bit lower, but I think still it's a healthy pullback for more upside here on Apple. And why more upside? There is some big orders hanging out on top here on Apple, especially on Bookmap. If you have Bookmap, you can look at it. But I think Apple heading higher because there is some big orders hanging out. And, those people are not selling until 200. So I don't know when they're going to sell, but trust me when I say this, it works. And I think we're going to see at least 190 plus on Apple, at least up to this gap at some point. I just can't tell you when that's going to happen. So Apple overall, we got a pullback, nothing wrong with that. It's holding a 50-day moving average right here, 178. We do have another strong support down here, 177, and only if that gives up, we also have another strong support down here, 20-day moving average, this white line sitting at 175.53. Now to the upside, now Apple needs to break 179.35, 180, and then look at this. Bollinger Band on top already expanding. So the next stop above 180, I would say 183. And the weekly expected move on Apple definitely shows that 183 possible on Apple stock to the upside. And once we get up here, then we can talk about possibly going all the way up to 190. On Nvidia, stock is down over 3%. Now, a lot of people think when the stock is going up pretty much every day, it's bullish and it's going to continue that way. Now, I talked about it before when Nvidia stock was down here that yes, this thing can go up a little bit more to form this right shoulder. And now we got it. So we got left shoulder right here, head right here, and the right shoulder forming already. And that means one thing. If this actually plays out, you're going to see a lot more selling. And Nvidia stock, I cannot tell you when that's going to happen, but it's going to come down here to fill this gap at 306 right here. Now going into next week on Nvidia, we do have this mini uptrend so far. I mean, it's kind of holding right here into closing, but if that gives up, we do have support around 449, 439, and then 420. To the upside, Nvidia can stay above 449. Watch out for the resistance at 460, 474, and then 482. On Netflix is down 1.5%, and now it's getting really oversold, trading below lower Bollinger Band, sitting close to 359. So we also have earnings, and there is a $30 move on earnings on Netflix. So this thing could be up to 380, 390, or down to 320. So keep that in mind. It's getting really oversold. We also have this gap. Now it's not too far away right here, 341.38. We also got a doji indecision candle on Friday. So that means what? Investors are waiting to see earnings on Netflix, and that is coming, I think, on Wednesday night. So this one here, guys, right now, free fall down to this gap, 341.38. And to the upside, now we got resistance at 368.42. We do have this gap around 360, so watch out if there is a move back up to 360 right here. Could be coming Monday to retrace lower Bollinger Band, and then above that watch out for a move up to 368 and then 376. Once we get those earnings, then we can actually predict where the stock is going. On Microsoft is down 1%, and this was a big move from 310 all the way up to 334. And now we're getting a pullback down to this breakout point, this trend line right here. And so far into closing on Friday, it's holding around 327. Now, if that gives up, we also have support 325, 321.86, and then all the way down here at 316. Now, Microsoft can hold right here. Yes, we could see a move back up to the upside. And in that case, watch out for the resistance at 330, 335.49, and then 339 up here, where you also have this gap on top, 345.07. On Amazon, stock is down 1.92% and now barely holding 130 as a support into closing. Now below 130 we have support 128, 13 SMA on this daily chart, and then 126. Above 130 we could see a move back up to the upside all the way up to retest 50-day moving average right here, this red line, 134.47, and then the gap above 135.20. On Google, stock is down just over 1%, nothing big, and Google now holding, it was a big resistance before right here around 138. Now that is holding as a support on Google stock. So Google still looking bullish, and this could be a nice pullback right here on Google stock as long as Google is above 138. I would say before earnings or after, yes, we could see a fresh new all-time high on Google stock. And why? I mean, look at the volume here on Google. We got a lot of volume right here around 137 to 138, and above pretty much nothing. So the air is thin right up here, and this thing can definitely travel all the way up to 150, and that could be, possibly a new all-time high on Google stock. Now on a pullback below 138, we have support 136.55, 135, and then 130. To the upside, now Google needs to break 140, and above that, watch out for a move up to 143, 145, and then 150. On Tesla, stock is down 3%, and Tesla taking a beating before the earnings. And if you look at my screen, barely holding right here, 50-day moving average into closing 250. Also took out the support 252. So Tesla needs to hold around 250 to 252. If not, the next stop right here around 241. Now we got a $20 move on Tesla for earnings. So this thing could be anywhere close to 270, or we could see a drop down to 220, or actually 230, or we could see a move up to 270 on Tesla to the upside. And that all depends on earnings that is coming on Wednesday night. So on Tesla, guys, level to watch on Monday. And Tesla usually runs on Monday, but with the earnings coming very soon, I don't know what's going to happen. So you need to watch this support down here between 252 and 250. And if that gives up, nothing will stop Tesla from coming all the way back down to this support down here, close to the Bollinger Band around 241. To the upside, now Tesla needs to break 255, 262, and then we could see a big move all the way up to 271 on Tesla. On Meta, it's down 2.92%. Now in my video, we talked about it, how Meta was getting really overextended and frothy to the upside. It was trading above upper Bollinger Band for multiple days, even on Thursday, getting up to 330 plus, and then we saw that pullback. And now it's below 326, it's below 316. So now you gotta watch this support on Meta next week. Around 312 to 311, 13-day moving average right here, 311 and 312 where we got rejected before. So that is gonna be a strong level to watch. And we already actually came down to 312 on Friday. and Meta found support. Now below that, right here, we also have support at 307 now, 20-day moving average right here, which is rising, and then the retest of this breakout, and that is around 305. To the upside, now Meta needs to break 316, and above that, you could see a quick trip all the way up to 321.37, 5-day moving average right here, and then 326. On AMD, it's down 3.40%, and now looks like AMD holding 105 as a support into closing right here, right where we got rejected before. So that's going to be a level to watch. And to the upside, now AMD will find resistance at 106, 110, and then the gap above just under 116. Now AMD breaks below 105, then watch out for the support and the retest of this breakout, and that is around 102 to 103 right here, and that's gonna be a dip buying opportunity on AMD. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Have a great weekend, everybody.